All right, here we are once again. Happiest of days, everyone, regardless of where you are and what you are doing. Hoping everyone is doing well. Yeah. Lots going on in this end of the world. I haven't even updated last week's Coffee, Tea, and Wine to the other platforms because of just the crazy busyness of life at the moment. All good things. And I know a lot of people are kind of wound up and distracted by some of the political things that are going on, which is fine. Whatever is floating your boat and your purpose for being here, I say go for it. Um, there were a few things that have been on repeat. Can't say it's been like a bad meal repeat, but it's definitely things that are coming up multiple times over, I would have to say, the last 3 months. One of the things that kind of, and I've said it before, guilty or guilty, however you want to put it, that we need to be getting, we need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's like kind of a, oh man, that just kind of opens up a whole, and I've, like I said, I've said it before, but being uncomfortable may have different reasons and purposes. So, hey, hi, Selena. And it kind of ties into last week about triggers being a catalyst for change. Hopefully, it's positive change, but a catalyst for change nonetheless. If you are triggered by something and you avoid that particular scenario or individual, you're going to be aware of it. You're going to be aware, hopefully, that it's a trigger and figure out whether or not that's something that needs to be either avoided or resolved. You know, it's like how many times you're going to put your hand on the hot stove before you realize you're going to get burned every single time. So that's the catalyst for change. But being uncomfortable is kind of like that. If you get comfortable with being uncomfortable, you're going to keep your hand on the hot stove. You're not going to get better. You're going to be the frog in that water that gets hotter and hotter, and then it's going to be too late to jump. That's kind of what I got from it. And like I said, I'm guilty of saying that myself, that, you know, be comfortable with being uncomfortable. I think that that is hopefully a way or a period of time that allows you a way to process what it is to possibly, or dissect even, what you can do to make your life a little bit better. And I know that there were other things. I am really discombobulated this week. I don't know how anybody else is. Like, hey, that's my notes. Where is it? Can you? Yeah, X. You know, one of the things that I've been trying to do too. Let's see, uncomfortable. And then looking into the whole thing that's starting to pop up. Do you think that AI is listening to us? Demystifying sound. And I'm still digging into that, what sound is, and it really gets complex because I try to see everybody's perspective from different angles. I don't even know how to put it. different areas of expertise. So someone might be a scientist, someone might be a musician, someone might be just someone like myself who's trying to, understand what all this is. Ultimately, and that okay, so head 90 miles an hour, light and sound are both a frequency, and they're the same in that respect, but they're different in that one has a resonance that only creates something non-visual in our light spectrum, in our physical form, and light has a frequency that is obviously, some of it is visible to the human eye, not all of it obviously, because you have the and sound too, ultrasonic, subsonic, ultraviolet, that all that stuff. So being aware of it is probably one of the starting points, and trying to understand it, that it's not just a 2D rendition, and that includes light, because unless you're going to focus the light, it's going to be to be a laser. Otherwise the light is just wherever it's coming out of. Some people see light beings, and they don't just have one little pillar or whatever. Usually it's probably based on whatever their container is. So I mean, other than that, there's really not a whole lot going on that I got this week, because it's been very overwhelming. I am a mental health case manager, and I had one of my people through illness pass away. So that's been difficult or challenging. And then I was offered a different position in another building with completely different responsibilities. So that's been discombobulating. And then, hi, Easy. Then we had a big major move where I went from a private office where I could meet with people and their guardians and whatnot to it's a call center. It's a call center, and it's supposed to be temporary, where we're going to go back into cubicles, so I still will have to meet with people in a creative way. So there must be a reason why I've not been really, I've had so many distractions during the day. The one day I got home again, you get home. I didn't even have anything to eat last night. I think I had like a piece of cheese or something. So there's not even enough energy to do basic things for the self. So today is going to be all about self-care. And Selena and I had a little texting thing earlier today. She's going to do something with her hair. And I was like, dang, maybe I should do something with my hair. But for me, some people like go to the salon and they have to do this, that, and the other. And it's like that is more stressful. Yeah. Yeah, there have been a lot of energetic changes. I don't watch. I'll get like little banners because I'll follow somebody, but just so I can get their banners to see what they're talking about. I don't actually like watch their stuff. But I think what they might, kind of keep tabs on is helpful. I heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, I heard that Mr. Gates and DJT are two people that live in areas that do not have 5G. So, yeah, I think with too much 5G, I'm going to be grateful. I don't care what color the hair is. at least, hopefully it's going to stay on my head, because that's a lot of radiation that most of us are going through. Um, well, that's the thing about color though, you know. um yeah. And even my doctor said that. He says, well, you can do this, this, and this. And he was offering supplements and dietary things that I could do to help with keeping the hair on the head. And he said, well, what other reason would there be for somebody to be losing their hair? And I said, well, what about radiation, like EMF? And by the way, what is EMF? Electromagnetic. It's a frequency. So maybe it's kind of good that I'm looking into all this stuff. Same color used to work. Yeah, I know. I would never, you know what I had? I had the two little blonde, I mean, like blonde. Yeah, there's a lot of thyroid stuff, and I've even noticed a little change in this. And making sure, because I wasn't wearing my jewelry for a couple of days or whatever, and I was taking it off at night. I think that's a mistake. This is black tourmaline, and this is shungite. So these are two things that my sister has a meter that measures the different frequencies and the different things that are radiating, like even over by like your outlets. When they had that big major thingy on about that was last summer, where they tested the national emergency thing, and I had my phone on airplane so it didn't make any noise, and I was in my car and I made sure I had all of this stuff on, and she had her meters on. She said everybody was all worried about the Wi-Fi and the 5G, and she said none of that went up beyond unsafe levels. She said what did go up was the dirty electricity coming into your house through the smart meters and your outlets. So I found that to be very, very interesting. Um, yeah, and one of the other things that you can do too is like I said, you can keep this stuff on. I'm gonna yeah, nioxin. There are so many different things. My sister's actually in a program. She's gonna get her PhD in nutrition. Well, it's a holistic nutrition. But she did say that and I'm gonna she wanted to meet up later on today, and we're gonna talk about some of the things that she's doing, but also this type of thing helps. Oh, which one am I gonna grab? So this is one I've not prepped it yet, so it looks kind of rough, but this is the shungite, and this is one of the guys I made, but I'm gonna put sacred geometry, so that also has a frequency to it. So it's a tree of life gonna go on this guy, and it's like the I don't know, it has this rising feel to it, just a rising feel. Even there's like swirls that somehow I don't do it on purpose. I just kind of, you know, meditate through the whole process. But it's copper and I think it's blue lace agate, I think I have in here. And then, no, it's blue aventurine. And then the shungite is here. And this is just mica. Mica also has a good cleansing frequency. And then this one is like awesome. So these are heavy, I'm telling you. So with aluminum and more blue aventurine, and then there's some there's like yes, it's rose quartz and aluminum throughout it with the mica. I did, yes, and then there's like a really thin layer of the shungite, but I also sprinkled it with aluminum because I kind of feel like it's like a double whammy, that it's going to suck the bad stuff out and keep the good stuff. But it's got this really, I don't think you can't really see it. I can kind of see it on here, but it's like these are really deep inside, and it has like But these are fun, and I'm going to put sacred geometry on this too. Uh, and those are going to go up for sale. And then I got my little guy. This one's actually finished. Those two are not, but this one is this does have the what do you I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. It's the purple one. It's very common. I mean, I have it on. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely all about your crown chakra. This bad boy with Metatron's cube. So these are all these guys are gonna. I can't take anything of what I already have. I'm attached. So I'm gonna go back into my little dungeon. Amethyst. Yes, thank you ever so much. Yes, amethyst. Yeah, so I always wear my amethyst, though these do not usually come off. So the amethyst and the lapis lazuli, two of my favorite colors. Blue, of course. So yeah, my dear friend got me that. Also blue, which I've been using as a pendulum because it's so delicate. And it's sterling silver and it will tarnish. So I'm trying to keep it clean as well. But anyway. Yeah, so that's basically it. Protecting yourself, but also being open to, learning more, which is ultimately what I'm trying to do is learn as much as I can, listening to as many diverse individuals as I can. So that's why I was kind of finding it interesting that someone had pointed out that our Mr. DJT is living in an area or has set it up, who knows, where there is no 5G, which I would be perfectly happy without it. So, anyway, if nobody's got questions, you guys, everything's good. I am going to again be going to uh, I think it's the Michigan MUFON that she set up that will be, and it's on the Facebook thing that I have. Yeah. Deb and RJ up in Houghton. My computer's really slow. I'm probably going to have to, count down to contact. It's the Michigan UFO Contact 2024. It's basically 6 days away or 5 days away. 5 days away. Well, 5 days and 23 hours. So that's kind of 6 days. So, but I'll take it. 5 days. Yeah, I'm going to plan on going for that. That's next weekend. There was something going on this weekend, but I can't remember what it was. But anyway, life moves on. Sorry, I'm on my table. So if no one's got any questions, I knew it was going to be quick today. There's a lot going on here in these four walls. I'm still painting my kitchen. I have to do it wall by wall because I don't have anything place to put anything. So it is what it is. And then I'm gonna just kind of keep putting things back together. The backdrop will eventually change. So I camped in the woods near Higgins Lake oh so long ago, and it was very creepy. Yeah, Higgins Lake is a little bit. I love Higgins Lake. Higgins Lake is so pretty. That's not too far from Houghton Lake. Well, we used to go fishing on Higgins Lake. Higgins Lake is a lot smaller, but it's the water. I don't know if it is today because this was like years ago. That it was uber clear, amazingly clear, and the hubby at the time was the camping to him was we had a van. We had a van. It was all open on the inside, so we put together some 2x4s and threw a mattress in there so we could sleep. But it was, yeah, it was different. But anyway, I am going to end the live on uh, YouTube and then switch this over to, if nobody's got any questions, switch it over to the Rumble crowd where I can go ahead and just kind of say whatever the heck I want. So if you'd like to join us there, please do so. Yeah, it is closer to Lake Huron. Camped in a sleeping bag from back of motorcycle. Okay, well, you're a lot more adventurous than me. Well, maybe not. I went up to, it was near the Manistee National Forest. We knew somebody who had some property up there, and I had had dental work done, several teeth removed, and I rode the five. It took us at that time 5 hours to get up there, or 4 hours on the back of a motorcycle the day after. Yeah. Yeah. Or I almost set my feet on fire because I got too close to the campfire and drowsing out. So, do you have anything going on, Arizona, that you think might be a relevant topic? Camper or motel only? Yes, absolutely. I mean, because there's a lot of local stuff going on here for us. So I live in Saginaw County, but we did have a fatality outside the library. And, being this that we're in the community, it's quite easy. And it happened late in the afternoon. And a colleague was actually concerned about one of her people. So she stopped and she checked into it. So we have to keep up being in the community, that's just a risk in and of itself. So I was grateful that I was able to move at least one person out of the not so good area. And I feel like they're safe. They weren't comfortable for a while, but it was a good transition. They're starting to wake up to it. Mount Lemon has an Oktoberfest. Might check that out next weekend. Yeah. So yeah, and on October for me, on the 19th, I'm going to be in Eaton Rapids, Michigan. I can't remember the name of the hospital. Like I said, there's been a lot going on, but I can post the links to the events for the Michigan UFO contact. That's something that Deb and RJ have been doing for a number of years. So it'll be fun. If you can get out and take a different way to wherever you usually go, if you can lift your eyes up and smile, you don't even have to say anything to anybody, but now that's what I've been doing, is like nodding my head and smiling, and people go, "Oh, hi, miss." So I think people are not used to being spoken to. I don't just automatically say hi to people. You look to see if they're actually engaging. If they're engaging, you see them, you nod and you smile. It's amazing how people respond to that. So it's been good. It's been good. It's been a little tumultuous over the last week. But anyway, yeah. Stay busy. If you can't stay in a good mood, or if you need somebody to talk to, do reach out, because that's what we are, each one of us, here to do for each other, is to do the support. So I will see the YouTube community on the flip side.